What's up, guys? Not Extra Slack here. Welcome back to another Pavlov Modkit tutorial. Today we are going to be talking about how to make a system similar to this and similar to Black Smoke. As you can see, the camera is not the player. Instead, it is from sort of panning CCTV camera, right? And you can see your player camera over here. And it cycles through cameras, as you can tell by it cycling through different shapes. I will show you how to do this. First, what you're going to need is two actors, right? You're going to need a camera manager, and you're going to need this to not be replicated because this will be doing stuff on the client. This will be new for each and every client. Same with the camera itself. Start off with the camera. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make an actor. Then what you're going to want to do is put in, you're going to want to keep your default scene root, at least in my opinion. That way, if you need to move these around inside the thing, that's what I recommend. Then you're going to want it to add a camera, not a VR camera. Although I'm sure it doesn't really matter, I just use a camera. Then you're going to click on this camera, and you will want lock to HMD off. Otherwise, the player will be able to tilt their camera and everything just like they can with their normal camera. This means if they look left, the camera looks left, which we don't want that in this instance, or most instances. Then, if you want to sort of overlay like how I have here, where it looks like a sort of security camera, grainy, you can put a plane, and you can put a material, and you position that plane in front of the camera. I did it 22 units in front of the camera, which I find is pretty decent. Then, you can either, which I recommend to do it this way, add a world widget inside of here, and that's their little widget overlay. Now, quick disclaimer, I am not entirely sure how to get you able to interact with these widgets. That is something you would have to ask someone else, because I have not gotten that far, and to be frank, I can't be bothered to do it. I simply wanted to share this knowledge. So, then in the event graph of the widget, the security camera, on begin play, you're gonna do pan time. You're gonna make a timeline. This is if you want the camera to go right, left, all right. You get the point. You're gonna want a timeline, and then you're gonna want to do 0, 1, 0. And on update, what you're gonna do is you're gonna set the relative rotation of the camera. The new rotation is going to be take the alpha of the lerp. Take the alpha of the timeline and put it into the alpha of the lerp. And then these is just your degree. You can, so negative 35 degrees to 35 degrees. That's how much it'll pan at maximum. Then you're going to make a rotator. You're going to leave this the same, and plug the lerp into the Z. And then that'll pan left and right up to those maximum degrees. If you were to increase this and decrease this, so like negative 90 and negative 90, it would go up to 180 degrees, if I'm correct. Then on here, event tick, this was, you don't need this, but this was my little attempt at a making you able to interact with the widget. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that, because I'm not really sure how to do that. And on finish, they're just going to delay and then go back. Which you could make this neater, but yeah. Then you're gonna need a security camera actor, like a security camera manager actor. It's not gonna be replicated either. Inside of it, you're gonna need a virtual tracking origin. Wait, no, sorry, that was also for the interaction, which never got to work, so you don't need that. Sorry. You just need you just don't need anything here. Nothing. Begin play, delay, and then they're gonna get all actors of the class of your camera. So it's gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got them. It's gonna put that into an array. Then you're gonna set that to an array called cameras. Then this is what I was doing before I put the widgets into the actual camera. So you can delete this. You can delete this, you can delete this. I was adding the widget to the viewport. The reason you do not want to do this is because it will only show up in one eye. So in the left eye, you can see the widget, but in the right eye, if you close your left, you can't see the widget. So that's why I kind of just put the widget inside the actual camera. This is also unnecessary. This is not. This will prevent your camera from player from walking around. But if you want them to still be able to, for some reason, walk around, you can just remove this. Then you're gonna set timer by event, however long you want it to loop cycle through the cameras. They're gonna set the camera timer. Then in cycle cameras event, this is just so that it goes, oh, camera 1, the camera 2, the camera 3. You're gonna get the player controller. You're gonna get the cameras and the current index. And then you're going to set view target with blend. This is the magic right here. This is what takes away your player's camera in their avatar and puts it somewhere else. The new view target is going to be the camera, while the player controller is the target. Everything else, all these, you leave the exact same. Then you're going to get the root component of the camera, and then you're going to attach... Sorry, wait. Yeah, this isn't necessary, sorry. That was, again, for the widget interaction. They're just going to increment the current index. Then if the current index is greater than or equal to the length of the cameras, you're going to set the current index back to 0. Okay. And then this is if you want to just go ahead and set the camera back. You're going to go ahead and clear and invalidate timer by handle so that it no longer cycles. Then you're going to remove, well, if you have the widget that way, you're going to remove it from the parent so that's no longer on the viewport. Then you're going to set view target with blend. You're just going to set it to their pawn. And you can set input mode back to game only. And I think that is it. Yep. Alright. There's a couple other things I would like to say. I'm not sure if this is actually all that optimized. And there's probably a way better way to do this. Because, like I said, I have no idea how to get them able to interact with the widget from here. So, like I said, there's probably a way better way to do this. So, if you figure that out, let me know. I'll make an updated tutorial. Another thing, if you are to do this, I recommend you either do it as like an intro sort of thing, or just really like an intro, I guess, because I don't really know any other way to, I guess you could use this. So like, if you want, you could also use it for cutscenes, I guess, but yeah. I will not be leaving the blueprint in the description like I did the other times, but I will post, well, I mean, alright, sorry, on second thought, I will probably put these in the description, but yeah, there will be a new Discord and everything. I'll clean these blueprints up before I send them, and I think that's it. So, yep, have a good day.